Ghana Means Business, brought to you by Goyal. Goyal, good energy.
Ghana Means Business. Your story, our message.
Quid agas, prudenti agas, irrespeci finem. Translated from Latin, whatever you do in life, always do it with prudence and caution, and always remember the end. Ghanaians are more than capable of managing the affairs and economy of Ghana. Did you know that every day, new businesses are started in Ghana with local capital and management? All you need is a positive attitude and an unstoppable belief in yourself. Today, we will profile an incredible Ghanaian success story. In fact, a truly special story. This is your show, Ghana Means Business. Your host, Nana Fredua Agyeman Pambuo.
Ghana Means Business. Your story, our message.
Every now and again, Goyal makes good things happen. This time, Goyal has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. Goyal Super XP Ron 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. Goyal Super XP Ron 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves fuel economy, making you save money after several kilometers. Goyal Super XP Ron 95 gives you a smooth driving experience, that is, less vibrations. Fill up with Goyal Super XP Ron 95. Now there's no need to pay more for any higher grade fuel. Goyal has that sorted. Goyal, good energy.
Ghana Means Business. Your story, our message. Water, they say, is life. It is essential to our existence as human beings. Although water itself does not spoil or go bad, drinking contaminated water can get one sick, and that is why it is very important to drink hygienically clean and treated water. One company in Ghana that has set a standard for quality assurance in natural mineral water is Special Ice, produced by the Special Ice Company Limited. The company, established in 2011, has seen tremendous growth over the years and has two factories, one located at Ayimensa near Ebri and the other within the Kumasi metropolis. It produces and distributes about 25 million liters of water every year. One unique feature of the Special Ice mineral water is that, unlike other brands, all the water, whether in a sachet or bottled, is sourced from the water table, 60 meters deep beneath the Ebri Mountains, and it is exceptionally treated, devoid of any additives, resulting in purified, real natural spring taste. The Special Ice mineral water comes in bottles, sachet, and jars for water dispensers. In October 2014, the company also introduced carbonated soft drinks on the market and expanded the capacity as the demand for soft drinks grew. Special Ice products, good taste, great nutrition. Mr. Kwadwo Danso-Dodoo is the Managing Director of Special Ice Limited. He's a chartered accountant and a management consultant with expertise in startup businesses. Prior to joining Special Ice Limited, he was also the Finance Director of Voltic Ghana Limited. He is a member of the Board of Directors of Best Point Savings and Loans Limited, Best Assurance Limited, and a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana. He holds a master's degree in business administration in finance from the University of Ghana, Legon.
So that's what a pleasure to be here.
My pleasure.
The amazing thing is there are so many different types of water in the market. But over a relatively short period of time, Specialized seems to have carved out a market niche for itself. What has accounted for this incredible level of success?
We have tried to achieve a natural spring taste for our product, and we have been very consistent with the quality that we have. We try to maintain the quality standards by having all these laboratories and all that, checking like every hour what is happening on the production process, especially in terms of the quality of water, the pH and stuff like that, just to make sure that we have a consistency all the time. One other thing that has also helped us has been having the product availability, and we've had very effective distribution. We have a road to market which is splendid, something that I don't think the rest are having on the market, and that has been what we have used.
You recently won the HACCP Award certification. What does it mean to a company like yours?
It means that everybody in the company is quality conscious. It means that we make sure that the processes we have in terms of manufacturing is being followed with the international standards. We're having all the SOPs, as in standard operating processes and everything, laid out properly. And this was actually inspected by Food and Drugs Board, and then they had to take us through all the processes to make sure that all quality standards in terms of the whole production process is met. This was done by a few staff in the company, but then after the HACCP, we members of staff have been teaching everybody, because I think that quality has to be with everyone. The person walking around the compound should know that he shouldn't have any stuff lying about and all that, and it's part of quality. I mean, the guy in accounts office should know that if he goes onto the production floor, he's supposed to wear all this quality stuff and everything. So everybody is aware of the quality standards that we have.
That's the media marketing arm of Peace FM and all the auxiliary companies, UTV and others, in terms of marketing your brand. Does it give you an edge over the others?
That is one of our biggest leverage as compared to our competitors in terms of advertising. So I would say that we can have a wider reach of the market. We can have a lot more people knowing about our product than any other competitor on the market. It's a leverage that we have, and we thank God for that.
I think you've been using it very effectively.
Yes, we have.
For most startups, I mean, Specialized is a startup. Are there any peculiar strategies, not just with Specialized in particular, but for most startups, are there any core strategies that helps them to become much more successful, as opposed to most startups having a percentage of about 60% who tend to fail? What is the key strategic factor for success for startups?
I'll talk about startups in terms of my industry.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah. If I look at Specialized, as a startup, my idea with this startup was to make sure that we have an international competitive brand. It's as simple as that. And I expect that other companies and other industries and to have that kind of mindset, where you want to have a product that you see it on the shelf and somebody would say, oh, is this foreign? So you want to come up with a very unique product. You want to have a very attractive product on the market. You want to make sure that what you're putting on the market is not just for the Ghanaian market, but then it's something that can reach out to other countries as well. And then you can have all the foreigners coming in here and then thinking that, yes, there's a product as good enough as any foreign product. But frankly, if you ask me, the import of foreign mineral water into this country is really gone down.
That is true.
In actual fact, they cannot compete.
I think so.
Because we stand out as good as they are.
If you want it right, you will need to invest in the best equipment possible. You have to maintain the best standards. You have to employ the best quality people and use the best filtration systems. So if somebody is cutting corners, he will put out a product and still certify it as natural mineral water, but it may not necessarily meet the standard that the industry is used to.
There's natural mineral water and there's premium drinking water.
Explain that to me.
Those coming from boreholes, which are being filtrated through this RO system, reverse osmosis systems and all that, are the natural mineral water brands. And then there's one that you use in the municipal water where it's also filtered and all that, and that is a premium, they call it premium drinking water and all that. So
is that what you find more in the sachets, or?
No, not necessarily. I mean, even the bottled water, some of them, those ones that they don't write natural mineral water, means they're using municipal water.
Okay, and then they treat
it and then they put it out. Some of them, they say they enhance it with minerals, which I don't know. But I just know for sure that when it comes to quality, we are all being regulated by Food and Drugs. So I don't expect that quality is actually the problem. The problem has to do with pricing and trying to be on the market.
Safina water, which I thought was such a great product. I loved it. Why do you think Safina failed?
Safina, it was actually a great product. At a point in time, I remember Vortic wanted to buy Safina because we had put out something that the cost of production and everything was much better than even Vortic, and then they decided to buy, but well, we didn't want to sell. It has to do with the shareholder wrangling here and there, and that is what brought the company down. It has nothing to do with the business itself.
I really enjoyed it.
I actually came up with the whole design, the naming of Safina and everything. But
so why Safina? What made you choose that name?
That is Noah's Ark in Swahili.
Oh, I see. I see. I see.
But I mean, I think just boardroom shareholder wranglings.
Tragedy. Because I used to really enjoy that. Yeah. It was such a great product.
It was actually competition for Vortic, a lot of competition for Vortic, and they were prepared to buy it and kill it. But I mean,
now, one of the challenges that most companies tend to have in Ghana is theft. Is that something that is a natural occurrence here, and how do you control it?
I would say, with my accounting background, when it comes to setting up internal controls in any business, I should stand out. So you have all the controls, make sure that even if one product is leaving, it goes through all the processes that it has to go out. So you put all the controls. You make it difficult for people to steal. But then if they have to steal, it really means that you have to go carry it. Okay. And then what it means is that if the controls are very tight, you need one person cannot steal. You need a lot more people to do it. Not too long ago, I'm sure I sacked about 11 people because of that.
Really? Yes. Tell me what happened.
I was just using the production floor. We're able to find out, because if I look at all the controls that I put across, I realized that no, there was some shortage of finished goods. So I called production manager and I said, I think there's some shortage in your stock. But then if you go and check, I am sure you'll find out that you have excess stock. I gave him 2 weeks to check. When he checked initially, he said that all the stocks were right. Then one Friday he called me and said, well, still, I said, okay, today's Friday, go and check your stock again at the finished goods session. You would have excess stock. He called me back and said, there's excess stock, 1 whole pallet of CSD drinks. So, when he said that, I said, okay, so you leave it Monday. So I went there on Monday and I said, okay, there's this excess stock. The guys are telling me that maybe when they were loading onto the truck,
they made a mistake.
There was some mistake, so that's why there's excess stock. And I said, no, that's not it. So now the person loading from the production floor to the finished goods session, I called him. And I said, you had put 1 pallet there to go and sell. Because when the truck comes, you load the correct quantities, and then you're going to add this particular excess stock to it. He admitted that, yeah, that's the thing. So I knew it was coming from the production floor itself, because that's where when they produce. So what happens is, on the production floor, if they're supposed to produce, let's say 100 pallets, they'll produce 100 pallets, it's recorded. Now when they are loading these 100 pallets, that's in release from production to finished goods. They release 100, and whilst let's say second shift is also producing, they'll add, let's say, 1 pallet there to it. So they'll load, instead of 100, they'll load 100, 1 pallet. So that excess stock will go. And that's how come they're able to deal with that. What it means is that we have to, put controls there in the production floor, a lot more controls. We had to have CCTV cameras, we had to have somebody checking the stocks that are produced like daily, had to employ somebody just to do that.
Mr. Danso, the Ghana Investment Promotion Center has given the indication that local companies like yours have the same privileges and benefits as foreign direct investors. Has your company had the privilege of enjoying some of these benefits?
I would say yes. I mean, local companies are supposed to enjoy some of these privileges with GIPC, but then what I need is a human resource here, which I have. I don't need that expatriate to come and do any job for us here for now. I mean, so
Ghanaian expertise is at work.
It's excellent for us now. I mean, we have all the expertise enough to do it. I mean, it just has to wait. It's publishing basically.
So, of your total employees of about 1,500,
yeah,
all of them are locals.
Locals.
That is very impressive.
No foreigners. No.
For all the heads of departments, engineering,
Yes.
maintenance,
Yes.
are all local Ghanaians.
All locals.
That is very impressive.
Yes.
That is very impressive. So in terms of quota systems, having foreigners working, you don't have anything like that?
No, we don't have any foreigners in. If we are having foreign investment, then yes, I'll look at GIPC because it's one of the regulations that I have to deal with in terms of getting any foreign investment in. So, but for now, I don't need that. So I'm doing very little with GIPC, but I just know that they also help the local industries. Some more time, even investors go to GIPC, trying to look to invest in Ghanaian companies and all that. So you can expect that GIPC can be linking them to all these companies. We have a few of such invites with foreign investors and stuff
who have
like
come
that.
in wanting to be
wanting
equity
to be
partners.
Yes, okay. And then GIPC is the one championing it and all that. But I mean, we're not ready yet.
That is
we
very
want to be able to sell at a very high price.
Would you ever consider listing on the Ghana Stock Exchange?
It's one of our long-term goals.
That would be great.
It's one of our long-term goals.
That would be great.
We want to do it right. We want to make sure that we have the standards. We're still expanding and all that. So we want to kind of get into a pedestal that we want to get into the Ghana stock market, because when we get there, I mean, that's it.
That would be great.
Ghana Means Business. Your story, our message.
Every now and again, Goyal makes good things happen. This time, Goyal has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. Goyal Super XP Ron 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. Goyal Super XP Ron 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves fuel economy, making you save money after several kilometers. Goyal Super XP Ron 95 gives you a smooth driving experience, that is, less vibrations. Fill up with Goyal Super XP Ron 95. Now there's no need to pay more for any higher grade fuel. Goyal has that sorted. Goyal, good energy.
Ghana Means Business. Your story, our message.
Now, looking at your mission statement, you said you want to establish yourself both locally and internationally. Now, internationally, are you looking at outside Ghana as in the West African sub-region, or internationally as outside the continent of Africa?
I'd want to be everywhere in the world. That's why I want to put out a product that is accepted internationally. But for now, I mean, the neighboring countries, Togo, Benin, and Burkina Faso for now. Getting into Nigeria goes through a lot of processes.
So you are there already? You are in Togo, Benin, and
there,
Burkina?
Yes, but then getting into Nigeria, for instance, is a lot of processes. And I'm going through those processes. I'm always down with that. When that happens, at least I can also export to Nigeria and all that. But the product is doing well, even in the local, the neighboring countries and all that. And because of that, we have to get into all kinds of expansions here. Okay. Yes, putting back everything that we've actually made. Yeah, just to expand and then put it out properly.
No.
So in actual fact, our target is actually like the West African market, and then move it from there.
The Continental Free Trade Agreement, would that work very well in this particular instance where looking at the West African sub-region and this agreement coming into force, and especially Ghana going to be the home of the Secretariat? Do you think that is going to help your business?
It would. Why not? It would. But, you know, some of these becomes a talk shop actually. It's only when it happens that we know that yes, it's real. Yes,
but for now, so what are some of the challenges that you have with exporting?
You have all kinds of, they are, I mean, they say that it's ECOWAS, so you don't expect, barriers here and there. But then you still have the barriers which you have to deal with. You have your ECOWAS permits and stuff to, export. But then you get there and then the trucks are delayed because you go through all kinds of other processes in all these countries. And so we would say yes. I mean, it's working, but not fully. Maybe there are a few things that have to be done from government to government or from country to country to make sure that it's actually efficient. But for now, yeah, we're just managing to go through these processes.
And would Ghana be the main export hub, or eventually you would want to set up other factories?
In the long run, yes. My target is to set up in other West African countries if need be. I mean, if you look at the Nigeria market, even if I have 5% of Nigeria market, it's good enough for me to set up in Nigeria than to just 45%. That is like exporting the whole of Ghana to Nigeria, that 5%.
That is true. That is true.
So you'd want to set up in Nigeria, for instance. So that's how we're looking at it. But that's the ultimate.
And then also locally, I know you set up in Kumasi.
Yes, we have.
Are you looking at setting up in other regions in Ghana?
We're having a lot of demand from some of the regions, like Western region and all that. So we're looking at setting up the sachet business. You cannot transport sachet from here to Takoradi, or they will all be broken. So we have to set up in Takoradi. And if that happens, it means that we'll be having a depot as well and have, to produce, let's say, dispenser water there, and then enough warehouse to transport even the CSD, the soft drinks as well, to these places. So at the end of the day, we'll also be creating jobs in these regions as we go along. But that's what we intend to do. In fact, we're getting started with that. Though now that we've done Kumasi, I know we're going to get into the other regions.
Your boss, Dr. Ernest Ofori, yes. How would you describe him in terms of his leadership style?
Leadership style? He's a very democratic guy.
I know your job is on the line, so you need to be
It's my brother. One thing I like about him in terms of, I would say, his strength in terms of what he does, he's the action man. I mean, I would go to a meeting and then discuss with production manager, general manager and all that, and then before, I'd want things done. But he comes in and he sees that this is the problem. He says, look, let's deal with it. I mean, no bureaucracies here. I mean, I want the paperwork.
Would you say he has the Midas touch, or this is somebody who has disciplined himself to get this kind of results?
He's a strategic thinker, if you ask me. I mean, Midas touch, that's
because everything he touches tends to be gold. I'm yet to come across a business or a product that he touched that didn't turn out to be profitable.
Yeah, because, I mean, what happens is that he actually goes to think about it. He gets people with expertise in whatever he wants to do. And then, brainstorming and all that, he said, okay, we are doing it or we are not doing it. And if we are doing it, this is how he wants it done. Because, frankly, if you ask me, he knows the terrain very well. So he would actually pick it right, but as much as possible, he's also having all these professional advice and all that to make sure that it is done properly. But then he's a smart guy, so he's making sure that it's done well.
The name Specialized. Why that name and what is so special about it?
I would say Ernest has he has a thing for special. His main company is Special Investment.
Okay.
So when we're setting up, talking about the name for special for the water and all that. And then he came and said, look, man, my company name is Special Investment. Why don't we call it Specialized? And I said, let's go with it. Okay. I mean, whatever name that you're going to choose is as much adverts and whatever is going to make it. What is Coca-Cola? It's only adverts and everything that made Coca-Cola what it is. So we'll do it, we'll push it. So let's get on with it. He's special. Okay. And everything that we've done is special.
That is true. So I guess he has the Midas touch.
I think you want to use it, so yes.
Mr. Danso, you've been here for how many years now?
We started this in 2011. Okay. So I'd say we are in our 8th year.
In your 8th year. Now, what would you have preferred to have changed, or what would you have liked to have done differently if you had to go back?
I think that the way we started a CSD is something, if I had the chance to go back, I would change.
What is the CSD?
The CSD is a carbonated soft drinks.
Okay.
You know, we started with the water. And when we were getting started with CSD, we were, let's start small. Because, I mean, that's a market. At that time, there was only Coca-Cola and Pepsi. And then you have Accra Brewery having soft drinks as well. There was nobody else. You know, and there was Africola and all that. We were not doing too well. And then we decided to get into the CSD and we decided to go small. It was the biggest mistake. Because when we started the CSD, let's say about 2 months after starting, we had people queuing in the factory for products. So what we had, because we had a very small plant, we're rationing the products.
So what product lines do you have? I know you have special cola.
We have special cola, special orange, special apple, special grape, special malt, special strawberry.
There's about 6.
About 8 actually.
About 8, okay.
About 8.
And all of them, the demand
for the products.
Which one is the biggest selling of them?
I would say apple for now. But the products that we put out is, I mean, when the others also, the competitors came into that business, the CSD market as well. When we introduce the flavor, that's when they also introduce. We are the innovators. When we bring them, everybody picks it up. I mean, until we started, nobody wanted ginger CSD here. But we started it, and then the rest all started doing that one as well. The competitors have started doing what we are doing, and it's always what we put out, then they try to follow, but nobody's actually coming out with anything better.
So that market, in terms of your market share in the marketplace, plus the demand has grown so exponentially that you wish you had started much bigger than...
We should have gone straight on, I mean headlong, big, but that's the only thing I would have reversed if...
So have you been able to now catch up with the demand?
Yes, we are trying to catch up with the demand, it's no joke.
Mr. Danso-Dodoo.
Yes, sir.
It's been a privilege and an honor. Thank you so much for having us here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Cherished viewers, today we've had a singular opportunity to be at the office of Specialized and the interview with Mr. Danso-Dodoo, an entrepreneur, consultant, startup specialist, chartered accountant, old student of University of Ghana, Legon, an MBA graduate for that matter, and an area I didn't want to go into specifically, an old boy of Adisco.
Very
you
important.
know how Adisco guys roll, but I'm not going to get into that.
That's very important.
Once again, thank you and look forward to seeing you next week. Ghana Means Business is indeed privileged to have had you. Have a good evening.